Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to take assistance from ChatGPT on setting up high availability on Citrix NetScalers or Citrix Application Delivery Controllers. Okay, I'm going to type a prompt here, how to set up high availability on Citrix ADC in Citrix environment. So in Citrix environment, if you have only one NetScaler or one application delivery controller, it's a single point of failure. If one Citrix NetScaler, you have only one NetScaler or application delivery controller, and if it fails, then there will be a lot of challenges in the Citrix environment. There will be load balancing issues and there will be a lot of problems accessing applications. To prevent these kind of problems, we need to have two NetScalers, okay, which is called high availability. Okay, so if you have two NetScalers, if one NetScaler goes down, the other NetScaler will automatically take over and send the traffic to the backend servers or services. So I am asking assistance from ChatGPT on how to set up high availability on Citrix ADC or NetScalers in Citrix environment. I'm going to hit enter and see how it goes. Okay, now it is giving a lot of details on how to set up high availability on Citrix ADC and Citrix environment. The first thing is prerequisites. We need to have two or more Citrix ADC appliances with the same hardware specifications and software version. So whenever we configure Citrix application delivery controller or NetScaler in high availability, we need to have same model. It should be the two devices should be of same model. It should have same firmware version. It should be the same appliance basically. So two or more Citrix ADC appliances with the same hardware specification and software version. Access to the Citrix ADC web interface or command line interface with appropriate administrative privileges. So we should also have access to log into the Citrix ADC application delivery controller through graphical user interface. The first thing is you need to configure interfaces. Ensure each ADC appliance has all necessary interfaces configured with appropriate IP addresses and subnet mask. Interfaces to consider include management, client and server interfaces. So we need to configure interfaces once we to configure high availability. First configure interfaces. So follow the steps in step 1 to configure interfaces. The second one is enable HA on Citrix ADC appliances. So in order to enable HA on Citrix ADC appliances, you need to log into Citrix ADC first, and there is an option called system and there is an option called high availability. Click on nodes and add the secondary Citrix ADC appliance by specifying its IP address and credentials. This establishes the communication between the appliances. So this is the process to enable high availability. So the other device needs to be added to the first device to configure high availability. So these are all the steps. Okay, configure interfaces, enable HA on Citrix ADC appliances, and after that you can set up HA pair. Navigate to system, high availability HA group, click on add to create a new HA group. Configure the following settings. Configure ID and ID to identify the HA group. Backup node, enable preemption, enable monitoring. So these are all the steps that you can follow to configure high availability. Step 4, synchronize configuration. So once we have configured it, we need to synchronize the configuration between these two Citrix ADC appliances or NetScalers. Ensure that the configuration on the primary Citrix ADC appliance is synchronized with the secondary one. So whenever we are configuring high availability, both the devices should have the same configuration, because if the primary device goes down, the secondary device should have the same configuration so that it can take the user request and send the request to the backend services without any issues. So synchronization is very important. So to synchronize, navigate to System, High Availability, HA group, and select the HA group you created. Click on Sync. So this is the important step. Click on Sync to synchronize the configuration. After that, you need to test the failover. To ensure that your HA setup is working correctly, perform a failover test. You can do this by disconnecting the network cable from the primary appliance. So this is a crucial test that you need to do to test the failover. So disconnect the network cable from the primary appliance and see if it is failing over to the secondary device or not. Monitoring the secondary appliance to see if it takes over and continues processing traffic. Like I just discussed, once you unplug the cable, monitor whether the secondary device is automatically taking over and sending the traffic to the backend services. After that, you can configure virtual servers, update your virtual server configuration to point the HA IP address of the HA group rather than the individual IP addresses of the Citrix ADC appliances. This way, clients will always connect to the active appliance. So these are all the very important steps that you can follow to configure high availability in the Citrix environment. At any point in time, if you are not sure, let's say how to enable HA on Citrix ADC appliance, copy, paste. You're going to do deep dive now. It is going to give more details on this specific topic. Okay, it is giving all the details now. So these are the prerequisites. Step-by-step guide. Step 1, configure interface, enable HA, set up HA pair, synchronize configuration, test failover. So you're getting all the details again. So this is how you can take the assistance from ChatGPT tool on configuring high availability on Citrix ADC or NetScalers in the Citrix environment. So if you are working as a Citrix administrator, if you are not sure how to do, please go through these prompts. Please type the exact prompt, go through these instructions step by step, follow the instructions on the Citrix NetScalers, and you will be able to configure high availability in your environment without any issues. Alright, I really hope you find this information helpful. Thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Bye bye.